gorgeous people. How was your week? I missed you guys last week, but I was on vacation. Let me know how your week went in the comments below. And so this week we are going to be doing a progressive flow that gets into the hips, the hamstrings, and gets into a lot of twists. There's lots of modifications. You can grab blocks if you need them. And I really love this class. I actually filmed it during the pandemic. I saved it and I dubbed it over because I was just like, this practice was awesome. I felt great filming it and I am so excited to share it with you guys. And before we get started, please make sure to like and subscribe to my channel, click that notification bell, and follow me on social media at MadiLikesToMove. Set your intention, make your way into child's pose, and I will see you on your mat. So you can start on your hands and knees, wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. Exhale all the air as you round your spine, tuck your chin in and press into your hands. Breathe in, drop the belly, extend the heart, lift the chin, gaze forward. Exhale, tuck the chin, lift the spine, press into the hands, let the head drop down. And then taking more of a pranic cat-cow, you can circle your shoulders and your arms in any way that feels comfortable to you. Maybe moving the hips to the left or the right, just listening to what your body intuitively wants today. Remembering that every day is different and every body is different. One more deep breath in. And then coming into neutral, bring your left hand forward, reach your right arm up towards the ceiling, and then bringing your right arm underneath your body and across to the left. Let the side of your cheek relax down. You can move your body a little bit forward and backward until you find that sweet spot, and then walking your left fingertips forward, just sinking into the hips. Close the eyes and breathe. Slide your left palm in, place it beside you, and pressing into the hands, reach the right arm back up towards the ceiling. Circle it back, and place it down on the mat just a little bit forward from your shoulder. Inhaling, lifting the left arm up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, slide the left arm underneath you, palm facing up. Let the side of the face relax down. Move your body a little bit forward and backward until you find that sweet spot that you feel comfortable. And then walking your right fingertips forward, feeling a stretch between your shoulder blades, through your left upper arm, and for some of us all the way into our hips. Close your eyes and breathe. Relax your jaw. And then sliding your right arm in, press into the palm and reach the left arm up towards the ceiling. Circle the hand back and down. And then bringing your fingertips to the top of your mat. Stay up on the finger pads as you drop your chest low towards the floor. You can let your chin rest down or alternately place your forehead down for puppy dog pose, feeling a stretch through the armpits, the front of the chest, the sides of the body, and the front of the body. You can place your palms down and see how that feels, and just taking a deep breath in. And a nice long breath out. Ground your forearms down onto the mat and slither down onto your belly like a snake. Press into the tops of the feet. Slide the palms so they're beside the rib cage, elbow stack above wrist. And then peeling your heart up into cobra pose, only lifting as much as feels comfortable and lowering back down. Once again, pull your belly in, press your hips down, peel your heart up, cobra pose, maybe moving a little bit higher and lowering on down. One more time, just coming into whatever expression of the pose feels good for you. And then bending through the knees, tuck the toes, lift the hips, and press back into downward facing dog. You can start by walking at your heels one by one, stretching through the legs. And then eventually finding your way into stillness. Press down into the knuckles of the hands, the finger pad, the center of the palm, and allow that to lengthen up your spine. Pull your belly in, tilt your tailbone slightly forward, and let the head and the neck relax. Long, deep inhale. Full exhale. Few more breaths. As you inhale, lift your right leg high in the sky. And as you exhale, bring your right knee in towards your chest. Place it softly between the hands and lower your left knee down. Coming up onto the leg. Pull the belly in, activate the left glute a little bit, and then try to feel that opening through the front of the left hip as you sink low. You can stay here and pulse if that feels okay. Otherwise, just staying steady in the pose. Bringing both palms down, we'll step the right knee to meet the left, lower chest and chin down onto the mat, and setting up for cobra pose once again. Press into your palms, peel your heart up, and then tucking the toes, lift the hips, press back, downward facing dog. Deep breath in, full breath out. Inhale, left leg lifts high in the sky. And as you exhale, bring your left knee in towards your chest. Place it between the hands and lower the right knee down. Come up onto the leg. Check to see that the knee is stacked below the ankle and activate the right glute a little bit, tilting the pelvis just slightly forward. Sink low, feeling that stretch through the front of the right hip. And then pulsing here in the pose, sinking low into the hips and pulling a little bit back. We're not wanting to go too deep in this practice quite yet. We just want to warm everything up so that we can get a little deeper in our twists and our hips throughout the practice. Bringing both palms down. Tuck the back toe under and step to the top of the mat, coming into a forward fold. Bring your feet hip distance apart as you inhale, lengthen your spine, lift up halfway. And as you exhale, melt deeply, let the head completely relax. Deep bend in the knees as we circle our arms all the way up towards the ceiling, reaching up. As we exhale, hands come through heart center, Samastitihi, equal standing posture. Inhaling, circling the arms up. And as you exhale, melt forward. Breathing in, halfway lift, fingertips to shins. Extend the spine, lift the chin, gaze forward. And as you exhale, melt deeply. Twice more, just building heat. Inhaling, circling the arms up. And exhale, melt forward. Breathing in, halfway lift, lift your chin, extend your collarbone. Exhale, melt deeply. Step your left foot back, lower your left knee down, and coming up onto the right leg, pull the belly in, and reaching the left arm up towards the ceiling on the inhale. As you exhale, tilt over to the right. Breathing in, coming out of the posture, and exhale, tilting over to the right, lengthening through the side body. You should feel this in the left side of your waist. One more time. Inhaling, reaching both arms up, and exhale, hands come to either side of the front foot. Grab blocks if you need and extend your right leg long, curling your toes towards your body. Extend your spine on the inhale, and as you exhale, melt deeply. A few more breaths like this, either taking that pulsing that we've been practicing throughout the flow, or staying still if you want to just feel a nice steady stretch in the back of the right hamstring. Bending into the right knee, move the blocks out of the way and step the right knee to meet the left. Sit back on the heels, and as you inhale, open your arms, open your heart, come up onto the knees. Cross your elbows, round your back, and let your forehead touch down. Breathing in, coming up onto the knees, open the arms, open the heart. And as you exhale, cross the elbows, round the back, let the forehead touch down. One more time, breathing in, circling the arms up. Pull the thumbs back, and then as you exhale, find your way to hands and knees. Breathe in, drop your belly, extend your spine. And exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips, and press back into downward facing dog. Taking a few deep breaths here. Inhale, lift the left leg high in the sky. And as you exhale, step your left foot between your hands, lower your right knee down. Come up onto the leg, pull the belly in. Make sure that the knee isn't moving past the ankle and the hips are side by side. Reach your right arm up towards the ceiling and then tilting over towards the left. Coming out. And then sinking a little bit further towards the left. Breathing in, spine comes to neutral. And then coming back one more time over to the left. Reaching the left arm up. Bring hands to either side of your foot or grab blocks if you need. Extend the hips back, curl the toes up, extend the spine, inhale, lift the chin. And as you exhale, melt down towards the thigh, Ardha Hanumanasana. We generally feel this in the back of the thigh, sometimes all the way down to the calf muscle, just pulsing with your breath. Bend into your left knee. Tuck your back toe under and step to the top of the mat, forward fold. As we breathe in, we'll lift up halfway, extend the spine, and exhale, melt deeply. Inhaling, lengthening the spine, heel toe your feet together, and as you exhale, drop your hips, lift your arms, and come up to Utkatasana, seated chair pose. Pressing into your heels, hands through heart center, Samastitihi. Inhale, reach your arms up, grab your left wrist with your right hand and tilt over to the right. Inhaling, coming up, grab your right wrist with your left hand and tilt over to the left. Reaching both arms up, lengthen, and as you exhale, melt forward. Breathing in, halfway lift. Exhale, step your right foot back, lower your right knee down, and reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, palms to either side of the foot. Extend the front leg, Ardha Hanumanasana, option to have blocks if you need. Bend into the left knee, tuck the right toe under, lift the right leg. And then reaching both arms up towards the ceiling, coming into Anjaneyasana, high lunge. Bring your palms to your upper thigh, pull your right heel back, and then reach your arms up once again. Find your breath, pull your belly in. An option to look between the hands. Bringing both hands down to either side of the front foot. Step your right foot in a foot or half a foot until you can comfortably straighten your front leg. If you need blocks, place them underneath your hands and extend your spine. And as you exhale, melt down towards the mat. Breathing in, extending the spine. And exhale, melting down towards the mat. One more time like this, inhaling, lengthening the spine. And exhale, melting forward. Bend your knee, step your right foot behind your left so that your ankles cross. And then extending the spine, lengthening long, and as you exhale, tilt forward. Squeeze your thighs together as you breathe in, reach your arms up, and then grabbing the left wrist with the right palm, tilt over to the right. Bring your right foot beside your left, let your hands drop to your side and breathe. As you breathe in, drop your hips, lift your arms, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, melt deeply. Breathing in, halfway lift, fingertips to shins. Exhale, plant your hands, step your left foot back, lower your left knee down. Breathing in, reaching your arms up towards the ceiling. And exhale, hands come down to either side of the front foot. Straighten the front leg, blocks if you need. Bend back into the right leg. Tuck the back toe under, lift the back leg. And then reaching your arms up, Anjaneyasana, high lunge. It's okay if you fall, I almost did. You can place your palms on your thighs if that feels better. Sink a little bit lower, squaring the hips. And then reaching up once again. Tuck your rib cage in, look down at your belly button, and then bring your head back to center. Straighten your front leg. Bring both hands down. Step your back foot in, a foot or half a foot, whatever feels good to you. And grab blocks to place underneath your hands if your body doesn't quite want to get into this very deep hamstring stretch quite yet. Each time we inhale, we lengthen the spine, and each time we exhale, we melt a little bit deeper. Plant your hands, step your left foot behind your right, and cross your ankle, sinking into the heels. Squeeze your thighs together, and as you breathe in, circle your arms up. And then grabbing your left wrist with your right palm, tilt over to the right. Inhaling, lifting the arms back to neutral. And then unclasp the feet. Just give yourself a little shake. Let your hands drop down by your sides. Notice how you feel. As we breathe in, we'll drop the hips, lift the arms, Utkatasana. As you exhale, melt forward. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhale, step the right foot back, lower the right knee down. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, palms come down to either side of the foot. Straighten the left leg, extend the spine. And as you exhale, bend into the left knee, tuck the toe, lift the back leg. Reach your arms up towards the ceiling, and then straightening your front leg and folding down, step your back foot in a little bit. And then turning your toes towards the right side of your mat, walk your hands towards the back corner of your mat, bending into your right knee, setting up for Skandasana. You're going to turn your left toes up. Sink your hips back, and either keeping your hands on the mat, this might be enough for you. Otherwise, you can try to lower your right heel down and maybe bring hands to heart center, but I don't think I decided to do that today. Remembering that it's not what the pose looks like, it's what it feels like, and you're probably feeling a lot in your left inner thigh right now. Walk your hands back to center, straighten your right leg, and then walking your hands back to the top of the mat. Lower your back knee. Bring your right hand just a little bit off the mat and reach your left arm up towards the ceiling, gazing towards the thumb. Lift your back leg if that feels okay for you and you want a little more sweetness. And if you want even more, you're going to lower your right knee, reach your top arm back, and grab the inner foot. Now this is a lot of juiciness and we feel it in our quadriceps, so remembering, just listen to your body and do what feels good today. Bringing hands to either side of the front foot, we'll tuck the back toe under and step the right foot behind the left so our ankles cross, and then squeezing the thighs together as you circle your arms up. Grab your left wrist with your right palm and tilt over to the left. And then unclasping your feet, bringing them side by side, hands move through heart center. Take a moment just to feel. As we breathe in, we'll drop the hips, lift the arms, Utkatasana, and exhale, melt forward. Breathing in, halfway lift, extend the spine, lift the chin. Exhale, plant the hands, step the left foot back, lower the left knee down. Breathing in, reaching both arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, plant the hands, grab blocks if you need, and extend the right leg long as your hips shift back. Melt deeply towards the shin. And then bending into the right knee, tuck the back toe under, reach both arms up towards the ceiling. Straighten your front leg, melt down, step your back foot in if you need. Pyramid pose. Option always to have your hands on blocks. Pivot your left heel down, little bend in the right knee, and then turn your right toes to the right. Walk your hands towards the back corner of your mat. Turn your left toes to the left and sink into the knee. You can turn your right toes up and will feel a lot in the inner thigh. You can try to bring your hands to heart center, but it's not for everyone, so just listen to what you need today. And we generally feel this a lot in the hips and the groin, so just be easy on yourself and remember you don't have to look like what I look like. You just have to feel some sensation and hopefully keep your breath. Bring your hands down, straighten your left leg, and then walk your hands back to the top of your mat. Tuck your back toes under, lower your left leg, placing the left hand just a little bit to the left and reaching your right arm towards the ceiling. Now we're going to take this in levels. You can chill here, this might be enough. Otherwise, lifting the back knee and lengthening the leg. Or if you want to get really deep, you're going to lower your left knee and bend the leg, trying to grab the inner left foot with the right hand, coming into a very deep variation of a lunge and opening through the quadricep, the front of the hip. I'm just feeling so much right now. Option to smile. Bringing both hands down. We'll tuck the back toe under, step the left foot behind the right so the ankles cross, and just bring the weight into the heels. Inhaling, lengthening the spine. Exhale, melt a little bit deeper, squeezing the thighs and the belly in. Breathe in, reach up, and then grabbing the left wrist with the right palm, tilt over to the right. Breathing in, lifting up. Exhale, feet come side by side, hands move through heart center. So you inhale, drop the hips, lift the arms, Utkatasana. Exhale, melt forward. Breathing in, halfway lift. Exhale, step your left foot back, lower your left knee down. Reach your arms up towards the ceiling. And exhale, palms come to either side of the foot. Straighten your right leg, curl the toes up, Ardha Hanumanasana. Exhale, melt down towards the toe. Bend into the right knee. Tuck the back toe under, lift the leg, and then reaching both arms up towards the ceiling. And then pivoting the left heel down, opening up Warrior Two. Bring your back hand to your back leg, reaching back into Exalted Warrior. And then coming forward, bringing your hand to the inside of your right foot. Reach your left arm up towards the ceiling and gaze towards the thumb. Option to extend the left fingertips towards the top of the mat or the front of the room. Bring your left palm down. Tuck your back toe under. And then turning your feet towards the right side of your mat. Now you can stay here. Otherwise, lowering your left hip down, staying on the knife side of the feet and pressing into the left hand. Now we generally feel this a lot into the outside of the right hip, and if you're confused at all, just take a look at the screen. This is a great way to get into your outer right thigh without moving into pigeon. this pose is too much for you, you can always go into thread the needle. Bringing both palms down, turn your toes back towards the front of the mat. Bend your back leg, step it forward, and cross your ankles once again. Bringing the weight into the heels. You can stay here, or if you want to, walking your fingertips towards the right side of your mat, or bringing your hands onto the blocks and moving your hands over to the right. Let your left hip move a little bit out and just feel that sweetness, that juiciness. Walk your hands back to neutral, step your left foot beside your right, and just give yourself a little shake and wiggle. You're doing so awesome. Inhaling, lengthening the spine, lift up halfway. Exhale, melt forward. Bring the feet side by side, drop the hips, lift the arms, Utkatasana, chair pose. And then coming all the way up to standing, hands move through heart center, Samastitihi, deep breath in. Full breath out. As we breathe in, we'll drop the hips, lift the arms, Utkatasana. Exhale, melt forward. Breathing in, halfway lift, fingertips to shins. Exhale, plant the hands, step the right foot back, lower the right knee down. Breathing in, reaching both arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bringing hands to either side of the foot or blocks. Lengthen your left leg, curl your toes up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, melt deeply. Bend into your left leg. Tuck your back toes under, pivot your right heel down, setting up for warrior two. Windmill your arms open, look over your right middle finger and breathe. Bring your left fingertips as far forward as you can, and then bring your back hand to your back leg, exalted warrior. Moving yourself forward, bring your left hand to the inside of your left foot, reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. And then if you'd like a little bit more, you can extend your right fingertips forward. And then circling both hands down, tuck the back toe under, turn both sides of your feet towards the left. And you can stay up here if this is too much for you. You can always lower your hips onto a block if you need, otherwise lowering all the way down onto your right hip. You should feel a lot in the outer right leg, and just looking over your shoulder, press into your right hand and feel that nice stretch through the side of the body. Bring your hands back to the top of your mat, turn your toes forward, and then bending through your back leg. Step your right foot behind your left, cross your ankles, coming into that forward fold. You can stay here, otherwise walking your fingertips towards the left side, and just feeling that sweetness in your outer right hip. If this is ever too much for you, just keep your feet side by side and find your breath, slow rhythmic breath. Walking your hands back to center, bring your feet side by side, and then just hang and let your hamstrings, your lower back catch up. Walk your feet nice and wide. Turn your toes out, and then bending your knees, let's sink down into a yogic squat. Bringing your arms to the insides of your thighs, bring your palms to heart center. And just squeezing your elbows into your thighs into your elbows. Try to lengthen the back, extending the collarbone upwards. You can sinking into the heels, and if your pose looks nothing like this, that is totally okay. Keep in mind, I've been doing this for like 15 years, so give yourself about 15 years. And then in any way that feels possible, bring your weight onto your tailbone and lie down onto your back. Just take a moment to get grounded, find your breath, your neck, your shoulders, your belly. Just feel that everything is lying comfortably on the mat. And then extending your right leg up towards the ceiling. Cross your right ankle over top of your left thigh. Press your right hand into your right leg to make a little bit of space in the front of the pelvis. And then bringing your left knee in towards your heart. Interlace your fingers around your leg. And close your eyes. Deep breath in through the nose. Out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. One more time. And exhale. Just allowing yourself to melt and release here. Bring your left foot down. You can stay like this, or if you want to work a little bit deeper into the glute, you're going to bring the bottom of the right foot and the side of the left leg towards the left. This might be enough for you. You might want to drag the left knee a little bit up closer to your body. Generally, we feel a lot in this position, so just being easy on yourself. Close your eyes, and if this is too much, just stay in our original figure 4. See if you can soften the muscles around your eyes, your jaw, that little space between your neck and your shoulders. Just really letting this juiciness sink in. And then bringing your left leg back up to center. And we're going to slide our right leg over top of the left so our knees cross, and then maybe bringing the right foot behind the left ankle. Press into your feet, shift your hips over to the right, and drop your knees over to the left for a deep spinal twist. And if this is ever too much for you, just bring your knees together. Slide your right arm up towards the back of the room. And then as you slide your arm back down, look over your right shoulder. And breathe. You can always support your knees with blocks if they don't quite make it to the mat. You can always keep your nose centered if it's just a little too much for you today. Bring your nose to center, your knees to center, and then sliding your legs long. You'll shift your hips to the middle, bring your left foot to the left side, and cross your right ankle over the left, and then reaching the arms above your head, and moving your arms over to the left so that your body's making a C shape or a half moon shape, and you feel a nice stretch through the right side of your body. Just breathing here. You can bend your elbows and clasp your forearms if that feels better. And then unclasping the feet, bring the body back to the middle. Bend your knees and gently windshield wipe your knees from side to side, just releasing anything that you might have built up in your hips and your lower back. And sliding the legs long. Just rest here for a moment. The right leg and bring the left to match, and then extending the left leg up towards the ceiling. Press the left ankle over top of the right knee and bring the right knee in towards the body. Interlace the fingers behind the thigh or the back of the shin, and just feeling that nice deep stretch in the outer left thigh. Let the back of the head and the neck relax. Close the eyes. Deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Now you can stay like this if this is enough. Otherwise, bringing the right foot down and then bringing the bottom of the left foot and the side of the right leg to the right side. Open your arms up into a T or a cactus shape, and just feeling that stretch move deeper into the left glute muscle. If you need a little bit more, you can always slide your right knee up towards your body and just feel how that feels today. Remembering that these are all options and you just gotta pick what feels right for you. I'm sure you're doing an awesome job right now. See if you can relax a little bit more. Stay with it. And then bringing your legs back to center. We're going to slide the left leg towards the right so the knees cross, and maybe tucking the left foot underneath the right ankle. Press into your feet, shift your hips over to the left, drop your knees over to the right, And then sliding your left arm up above your head and keeping the forearm on the ground. So you bend into your elbow and turn your head to look over your left shoulder. Now, if this twist is too much for you for any reason, you can always place blocks underneath the knees. You can always just keep your knees and your ankles side by side, or you can take any other twist that's desirable to you. Remembering that yoga is a practice, not a performance. Just do what feels good. Deep breath in, full breath out. Bring your nose and your knees back to center, and then bringing your right foot over to the right, cross your left ankle on top. And then extending your arms up above your head, move your arms over to the right, making the letter C with your body or a half moon shape, and feeling a nice stretch through the entire left side. You can bend your elbows and clasp your forearms if that feels better. Just listening to what you need. And then bringing your body back to center. Extend your arms up above your head, point your toes away. And then bending your knees, gently windshield wipe your legs from side to side, just releasing anything that you might have left in the hips and the lower back. And then hugging the knees in towards the chest, cup the top of the kneecaps with the palms. And gently making circles with your hips in one direction and then the other. And then bringing your knees apart and making circles in towards each other and out again, like you're making an infinity sign or the number 8 with your legs. And switching directions. And then giving yourself anything else that you might need before setting up for Shavasana. Now, I personally love to take a bolster underneath my knees for a little more support. Sometimes I take a squishy pad underneath my head. If I wasn't filming a video, I'd probably have sandbags on my eyes and my palms. Just find whatever version of Shavasana feels good for you. Option to go place your feet up the wall. Wherever you are, deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth. One more time. And exhale. And letting go of your practice. Let go of your body, your breath. Let go of any holding or squeezing you might be sensing. Allow your thoughts to move in and out just like waves. No need to grasp or push away. And as you allow yourself to rest here, pay attention to any feelings or sensations that might come up. Sometimes we feel twitches or tingles. Sometimes we might feel a bit of unpleasantness or have an urge to fidget. Just try to stay through it and maybe name it, creating a little bit of space between what's happening in your body and how you feel or recognize it. Remembering that all the poses that we did throughout this practice was just to simply be able to rest comfortably on our back into Shavasana, allowing ourselves the opportunity to breathe and relax. And allowing everything in the outside world to melt away for a little bit longer. How are you feeling? Hopefully stretched, open, and amazing. Let me know in the comments below, and make sure to download your free meditation so you can get on my mailing list and get lots of free stuff, prizes, and an email from me only once a month. And before you leave, please make sure to like and subscribe to this channel, click the notification bell, and follow me on social media at MadiLikesToMove. And if you really like this video, share it with a friend. It makes such a huge difference to me. Thank you so much for practicing, and we will see you next week.